Some careers last a decade. Others stretch across generations, defying age and expectation. The legends who shaped the soundtrack of our lives seemed immortal, their tours endless. But even the greatest performers must eventually take their final bow. These are 10 musicians who finally retired in 2025. Number 10, Yusuf/Cat Stevens.
Oh, baby, baby, it's a wide world.
76 years old and still searching for meaning through music. The folk legend announced his farewell tour after a career spanning 6 decades.
It's deep, so the world cannot see. But tonight we may sleep.
From Cat Stevens' 1970s peak with Tea for the Tillerman to his return as Yusuf Islam, he never stopped evolving. Wild World, Peace Train, and Father and Son became timeless classics.
'Cause when I do, he turns away again. It's always been the same.
Over 100 million records sold worldwide across 2 distinct musical identities. The farewell tour visited intimate venues where his journey began. Fans heard Morning Has Broken, and Moonshadow performed with the same gentle conviction that made them hits in 1972 and 1971.
Shadow, shadow, leaping and hopping on a moon shadow.
He influenced artists from James Taylor to Passenger with his introspective songwriting. At 76, he chose spiritual reflection over endless performances. The man who found peace on a train finally found it at home. His guitar rests beside him, no longer a traveling companion.
Singing praise for the morning.
Number 9, Ringo Starr.
Say you choose if you want to sing the blues. You know it don't come easy.
84 years old and still keeping the beat. The last touring Beatle signaled in 2024 that his days on the road were winding down, though he's joked that his family stopped believing his retirement threats years ago.
Back off, Boogaloo, I said. Back off, Boogaloo.
Since 1962, when he joined a struggling Liverpool band replacing Pete Best behind the drum kit, he'd been performing. The Beatles sold over 600 million records. His solo career added millions more.
Every time I see your face, it reminds me of the place.
Photograph and It Don't Come Easy proved he could stand alone after the biggest band in history dissolved. The all-star band concept, launched in 1989, brought together classic rock veterans for over 30 years of touring. Players like Joe Walsh, Peter Frampton, and Steve Lukather rotated through the lineup.
A woman that I know just came from my youngest mate. She smiled because I didn't understand.
At 84, the physical demands of nightly performances became increasingly difficult. Paul McCartney, his last surviving bandmate, expressed understanding about the decision to slow down. He influenced every rock drummer from Stuart Copeland to Dave Grohl. The beat that powered a revolution finally slowed. Peace and love, his signature phrase, now spoken from a stationary place.
Shine, you're 16. So beautiful, and you're mine.
Number 8, Brian Wilson. The Beach Boys' architect stepped away from performing, with his family confirming the end of his touring career in early 2024 after years of declining health. His last concert took place in July 2022. Since 1961, Wilson had been California's musical poet, crafting surf rock symphonies that redefined pop music. Pet Sounds, released in 1966, influenced the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper and generations of artists. Good Vibrations took 7 months and 90 hours of tape to create, a masterpiece of studio innovation. His mental health struggles were well documented, from his first breakdown in 1964 to decades of treatment. The touring life exacerbated his anxiety and fragile state.
God only knows what I'd be without you.
God only knows, wouldn't it be nice? And surf in US became American standards. Following his wife Melinda's passing in January 2024, his family and management confirmed he would no longer perform live. Al Jardine and Mike Love, his longtime bandmates, expressed sadness but support. He influenced everyone from the Beatles to the Flaming Lips with his lush arrangements. The studio genius finally left the stage for good.
You never change, but that's not true.
Number 7. Ozzy Osbourne. The Prince of Darkness officially retired from touring in February 2023, with 2024 marking his first full year off the road. Parkinson's disease, diagnosed in 2003 but revealed publicly in 2020, progressed relentlessly. A 2019 fall that required spinal surgery compounded his physical decline. At 74, the man who bit the head off a bat couldn't physically endure touring anymore. His planned farewell tour, announced multiple times, was permanently canceled. Black Sabbath pioneered heavy metal in 1970 with their self-titled debut. Ozzy's solo career, launched in 1980, sold over 100 million records. Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley, and Bark at the Moon defined 1980s metal. Ozzy himself posted the retirement statement on social media. With Cher and Osbourne by his side throughout the decision. He influenced Metallica, Iron Maiden, and every metal band that followed. The reality show that the Osbournes introduced him to new generations in 2002. The madman finally rests, his body no longer cooperating with his spirit. Number 6. Bette Midler. The Divine Miss M built an empire on talent, wit, and theatrical brilliance. At 78, she acknowledged that her time on the stage was essentially done, telling interviewers her performing days were behind her. 5 decades of non-stop entertainment had taken their toll. 3 Grammys, 3 Emmys, 2 Tonys, and 4 Golden Globes decorated her mantle. From her early days at New York's Continental Baths in 1970 to Broadway triumphs and platinum albums, she never stopped performing.
It's the dream, afraid of waking.
The Wind Beneath My Wings spent 1 week at number 1 in June 1989, becoming her signature ballad. The Rose, both the 1979 film and its title song, showcased her dramatic range. She influenced performers like Cyndi Lauper and Pink with her fearless blend of comedy and emotion. Beach's the 1988 tearjerker introduced her to audiences who'd never seen her perform live. At 78, the physical demands outweighed the joy. The stage that elevated her for 50 years finally dimmed. Though she may return to Broadway, her touring days mark the end of classic showbiz grandeur.
God is watching, watching, I know he's watching.
Number 5. Dionne Warwick.
Don't make me over, I wouldn't change.
83 years old with a voice that still captivates. The woman who brought Burt Bacharach and Hal David's sophisticated pop to the masses has been gradually stepping back from the rigors of touring. Walk On By peaked at number 6 in 1964, launching a partnership that generated dozens of charted singles. I Say a Little Prayer hit number 4 in 1967.
I say a little prayer, I say a little prayer for you.
That's What Friends Are For, recorded with Gladys Knight, Elton John, and Stevie Wonder, reached number 1 in 1986.
That's what friends are for.
6 Grammys across her career proved her enduring excellence.
Thank you.
I know I'll never love this way again.
Her later performances have moved to smaller, more intimate venues, a contrast to the arenas she commanded in the 1960s and 1970s. She influenced Whitney Houston, her cousin, who called Warwick's phrasing impeccable. At 83, the rigors of travel became increasingly demanding. She remains active on social media, her witty tweets delighting younger audiences. The extensive touring has slowed, but the legend persists. Her scaled-back schedule marks the closing of a chapter of American pop sophistication. Before we continue, which of these legendary performers did you see live before they retired? Did you catch Ozzy's final metal mayhem or Dionne's sophisticated farewell? Drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. Number 4. Cher. 78 years old and still defying expectations when most have long retired. Cher has been saying farewell for over 2 decades, beginning with the Living Proof Farewell Tour in 2002 that ran for 325 dates. 6 decades of reinvention, from Sonny and Cher's I Got You Babe in 1965 to solo superstardom, finally reached its end.
I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
She sold over 100 million records worldwide. An Oscar for Moonstruck, an Emmy, a Grammy, and 3 Golden Globes proved her range beyond music. Believe, released in 1998, became a global phenomenon and popularized auto-tune as a deliberate vocal effect. The song hit number 1 in over 20 countries. If I Could Turn Back Time from 1989 remains an anthem of longing and regret. At 78, her voice still commanded respect, though the relentless schedule became unsustainable. She influenced Lady Gaga, Madonna, and generations of pop reinventors. The goddess of pop finally accepted that even goddesses age. Time moved forward, and she chose to stop chasing it. Number 3. Aerosmith. 54 years. Together. Over 150 million albums sold worldwide. America's greatest rock and roll band announced their retirement in August 2024, but not the way they planned. Steven Tyler's vocal cord injury, sustained during a September 2023 performance, proved permanent and irreversible. Doctors confirmed he would never sing at the level Aerosmith demanded. The Peace Out Farewell Tour, scheduled for 2024, was canceled entirely. Dreams of a triumphant final run evaporated in a single medical diagnosis. Tyler was 76 when the devastating news arrived. Joe Perry, 73 at the time of the announcement, expressed heartbreak at the abrupt ending. The band had survived drug addiction, internal warfare, and lineup changes since forming in Boston in 1970. Dream On, their 1973 breakthrough, took about 3 years to become a major hit after its re-release climbed to number 6 in 1976. Walk This Way, remade with Run DMC in 1986, revitalized their career. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Hit number 1 in 1998, their only chart topper.
I could lie awake just to hear you breathing.
They influenced Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, and countless hard rock bands. The sudden retirement shocked fans expecting one last tour. A 2023 performance became their unintentional finale. Number 2. Paul Simon.
Man walks down a street in a strange world. Maybe it's the third world.
82 years old when hearing loss threatened to silence one of America's greatest songwriters. The folk rock architect initially stepped away from performing after his 2018 farewell tour, then lost most of the hearing in his left ear during 2022 and 2023. From his teenage partnership with Art Garfunkel as Tom and Jerry in 1957 to their breakthrough as Simon and Garfunkel, he'd been making music for over 6 decades. The Sound of Silence hit number 1 in January 1966. Bridge Over Troubled Water spent 6 weeks at #1 in 1970, with the album selling over 25 million copies. Graceland, his 1986 solo masterpiece, introduced world music to mainstream audiences and sold 16 million copies.
Poor boys and pilgrims with families, and we are going to Graceland.
The album won the Grammy for Album of the Year, 16 Grammys total, and induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, once with Garfunkel and once as a solo artist, cemented his legacy. The hearing loss made it nearly impossible to hear music properly on stage. By late 2024, he expressed cautious optimism about returning, and he did perform select dates in 2025. He was influenced by Bob Dylan, and in turn shaped a generation of thoughtful singer-songwriters from James Taylor to Paul McCartney. The guitar that crafted Mrs. Robinson and Homeward Bound went nearly silent. A medical condition almost ended what passion never could.
You don't need to discuss much about healing.
For one, Elton John.
Don't you know how to know me then?
The Farewell Yellow Brick Road Tour ended on July 8, 2023, at Stockholm's Tele2 Arena after nearly 5 years and 330 shows.
You had a busy day today.
By 2024, the 77-year-old legend had completed his first full year of touring retirement. 50-plus years on the road generated over 300 million record sales worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists in history. Rocket Man, Tiny Dancer, Your Song, and Crocodile Rock became generational touchstones. 5 Grammys, 2 Oscars for film songs, a Tony, and knighthood from Queen Elizabeth decorated an unparalleled career. The final show drew tens of thousands of fans and millions via global livestream. He performed for over 2 hours, delivering a 23-song setlist that proved he could still command a stage with theatrical brilliance.
A little bit funny, this feeling inside.
Bernie Taupin, his lyricist partner since 1967, watched from the wings as their 56-year collaboration reached its live conclusion.
We've been writing together now since 1967, and we still love each other more than we've ever done before.
The retirement allows more time with husband David Furnish and their 2 sons, Zachary and Elijah. He influenced artists from Lady Gaga to Ed Sheeran with his flamboyant piano rock. Studio work may continue, but the costumes, spectacle, and endless travel ended. The Rocket Man landed gracefully, on his own terms, voice intact and legacy secure.
On the